Let me tell you something powerful. They hate you. And you know what? That's exactly where your strength begins. Every morning when you wake up and push yourself to be better, they're watching. Every time you refuse to give up, refuse to stay down, refuse to accept mediocrity, they're seething. But this isn't a story about them. This is a story about you, about the fire that burns within you, about the unstoppable force you're becoming. They hate you because you dared to dream when they chose to sleep. They hate you because while they were making excuses, you were making progress. While they were complaining about Monday mornings, you were completing your first workout of the week. While they were hitting the snooze button, you were hitting your goals. But here's the beautiful truth. Their hatred is your compass, pointing directly toward your greatness. Remember that time when you started your journey? They laughed. They said you were crazy. They said you couldn't do it. Who does she think she is? Who does he think he's fooling? Those whispers behind your back, those smirks, those rolled eyes, they were all signs. Signs that you were breaking free from the cage of average that they're still trapped in. Every step you take toward your dreams creates an earthquake in their world of excuses. Every milestone you achieve shatters their carefully constructed narrative that success is just about luck, that greatness is just for others, that dreams are meant to stay dreams. You're living proof that they're wrong, and that terrifies them. Think about it. When was the last time they tried something new? When was the last time they pushed beyond their comfort zone? When was the last time they faced their fears head-on and said, "Not today, fear. Today I win"? They can't remember, because they never did. They chose comfort over growth, security over potential, and now they're choosing hatred over inspiration. But you're different. You understand that comfort is the enemy of progress. You know that every drop of sweat, every moment of doubt overcome, every small victory stacked upon another is building something extraordinary. You're not just working on your goals, you're working on your legacy. When you walked into that gym for the first time, overweight and out of breath, they snickered. Now you're running marathons, and they're still sitting on their couch, criticizing others on social media. When you started that small business from your garage, they called it a hobby. Now you're expanding to your second location, and they're still complaining about their 9 to 5. Let me tell you something about hatred. It's heavy. It weighs down those who carry it, anchors them to mediocrity, chains them to their own limitations. But you're lightweight. You're soaring. Because while they're investing energy in hating, you're investing energy in creating, in building, in becoming. You see, their hatred isn't really about you. It's about them. It's about the person in the mirror they can't face anymore. It's about the dreams they abandoned, the potential they never explored, the life they could have had if they'd just had the courage to try. Every time they see you succeed, it reminds them of their own surrendered dreams. But here's where it gets interesting. Their hatred is actually a gift. Every time they doubt you, they're giving you fuel. Every time they mock your dreams, they're handing you matches to light your fire. Every time they say you can't, they're actually saying I couldn't. And that's not your problem. That's your power. Think about the greatest achievers in history. Think about the innovators, the game changers, the ones who redefined what's possible. Every single one of them faced hatred. Every single one of them dealt with doubters. Every single one of them had people hoping they would fail. And every single one of them used that resistance to build their resilience. You're not just on a journey to success. You're on a journey to significance. And significance always attracts scrutiny. The higher you climb, the more they'll try to pull you down. The brighter you shine, the harder they'll try to dim your light. But here's the truth. If you weren't doing something remarkable, they wouldn't even notice you. Their hatred is confirmation that you're on the right path. It's evidence that you're breaking molds, challenging norms, and disrupting the comfortable mediocrity they've settled for. Their hatred is your badge of honor, proof that you're no longer playing by their rules, living by their limitations, or subscribing to their small thinking. When you decided to transform your life, you didn't just change your habits, you changed the game. You showed them that excuses are a choice, that limitations are self-imposed, that greatness is available to anyone willing to pay the price. And that price? It's paid in sweat, in sacrifice, in early mornings and late nights, in choosing discipline when they choose distraction. They hate you because you make them uncomfortable. Your dedication makes their excuses look weak. Your persistence makes their surrender look cowardly. Your success makes their complacency look like what it really is, a choice. A choice they make every day when they choose to hate instead of create, critique instead of contribute, watch instead of work. But let's be clear, you're not here for their approval. You're not here to make them comfortable. You're not here to fit into their small thinking. You're here to expand what's possible. You're here to show what happens when someone refuses to be average, refuses to back down, refuses to let other people's limitations become their own. Every time you feel their hatred, smile. Smile because you know something they don't, that their hatred is proof of your impact, that their resistance is evidence of your importance, that their attention, even negative, means you're impossible to ignore. You're not just building a better body, a better business, or a better life. You're building a legacy. You're showing others what's possible when you decide that other people's opinions matter less than your own potential. You're demonstrating what happens when someone chooses growth over comfort, progress over perfection, action over approval. Their hatred is the price of your courage. Their criticism is the cost of your authenticity. Their resistance is the result of your resilience. But here's the beautiful truth. While they're busy hating, you're busy creating. While they're focused on tearing down, you're focused on building up. While they're stuck in their story of why they can't, you're writing your story of how you did. Remember this. The same people who hate you today would love to be you tomorrow. The same voices criticizing your journey would love to claim credit for your success. The same people betting against you now would love to say they knew you when. But you know the truth. You know about the silent battles, the private victories, the moments when you could have quit but chose to continue. You know about the tears, the doubts, the fears you faced and conquered. You know about the price you've paid for your transformation, a price they weren't willing to pay. They hate you because you represent everything they could be, but aren't willing to become. You're a walking, breathing reminder of their unused potential, their abandoned dreams, their surrendered ambitions. But that's not your burden to carry. It's your banner to wave. Let their hatred fuel your fire. Let their doubt strengthen your determination. Let their criticism sharpen your focus. Because while they're watching you, waiting for you to fail, counting on you to give up, you're out there proving them wrong, not with words, but with actions. Not with promises, but with results. You're not just surviving their hatred, you're thriving because of it. Every obstacle they put in your path becomes a stepping stone. Every door they try to close becomes a new direction. Every limitation they try to impose becomes an invitation to innovate. So let them hate. Let them doubt. Let them criticize. Because while they're doing all of that, you're doing something much more powerful. You're becoming stronger, becoming better, becoming the person they didn't believe you could be, the person you knew you always were. Their hatred is your signal that you're on the right path. Their resistance is your reminder that you're making waves. Their criticism is your confirmation that you're creating change. So don't let up. Don't slow down. Don't look back. The path to greatness is never crowded. The road to extraordinary is never comfortable. The journey to significance is never easy. But that's exactly why you chose it. Because you're not here to be like them. You're not here to make them comfortable. You're not here to maintain their status quo. You're here to break barriers. You're here to set new standards. You're here to redefine what's possible. And if that makes them uncomfortable, if that makes them angry, if that makes them hate, good. Because that means you're doing something right. That means you're making an impact. That means you're creating change. They hate you because you remind them of what's possible. They hate you because you expose their excuses. They hate you because you represent the road not taken, the chances not seized, the life not lived. But their hatred is not your burden, it's your blueprint. Every ounce of their resistance shows you exactly where to push harder, where to dig deeper, where to soar higher. So stand tall, stay strong, keep pushing, because while they're busy hating, you're busy creating something extraordinary, a life worth living, a story worth telling, a legacy worth leaving. And in the end, that's what truly matters. Not their words, not their opinions, not their hatred, but your courage, your persistence, your unwavering commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. They hate you because you dare to be different. They hate you because you refuse to be average. They hate you because you choose to rise when they choose to remain. But that's okay, because their hatred is just another sign that you're on the right path. So keep going, keep growing, keep glowing, because the world needs your light, especially in the darkness of their doubt. Your success is not just about proving them wrong, it's about proving yourself right. It's about showing what's possible when someone refuses to let other people's limitations become their own. It's about demonstrating what happens when courage outweighs comfort, when action drowns out doubt, when persistence outlasts resistance. So let them hate, let them doubt, let them criticize. Because while they're doing that, you're doing something far more important. You're becoming unstoppable. And that's something their hatred can never touch. Their doubt can never dim. Their criticism can never diminish. You're not just surviving their hatred, you're thriving because of it. And that's the greatest victory of all.